give you a warning that somewhere along the way in my message, I am going to invite you to the Truly Rich Club. This is the reason why. I'm going to share with you why I need to do that. Because a seminar like this is fantastic, it's amazing, and I know that you will be blessed, you will learn a lot. And in fact, after this whole seminar, you'll be so excited to start investing, start building your wealth, because that's the goal. Kaya lang, ito yung problema. The seminar can only do so much. I'll tell you why. 1 week from now, so ngayon excited ka, galing, grabe, I'm able to, learn a lot and all of that. But 1 week later, life will be busy, mag-aaway kayo ng boyfriend mo, and all sorts of things happen, and what will happen is this, guys, very important. You will lose the momentum. And then 2 weeks later, 1 month, nakalimutan na yung seminar. Wala na. And so this is what I'm going to do. Somewhere along my message, this talk, you're going to hear me talk about the Truly Rich Club. I need to talk about it, and I need to invite you there because that is an ongoing relationship with me and with us. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang, uy, maganda yung seminar, I liked it, Brother Bo, thank you for all the knowledge, bye-bye. Walang epekto yun. Kailangan meron tayong almost daily relationship on a long-term basis. So hindi to madali yan. To change your life, we need to establish a long-term relationship, and that's why I'm at this talk later on. I'm going to invite you to the Truly Rich Club. So, yan, sinabi ni just wanted to share to everybody. This is the experience of a lot of people, and right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch with a talk. Today I'm going to talk about the OFW family financial problem and how to solve it. Unang-una sa lahat, yun ang gagawin natin. So here is a fact. 1 out of 3 Filipino homes have a family member who is working overseas. So everybody does that. And I want you to know this is very personal for me because my own sister, Bubu, that's her name, pero matalino siya, cum laude siya, tsaka summa cum laude, valedictorian nung high school. Hindi ko alam bakit Bubu yung pangalan niya, pero she's someone who was very dear to me, and she was in the US for 11 years. And miss namin siya. The sad news was that when she went home after 1 or 2 years, God took her home. So wala na po siya sa amin. She's already in heaven, and we miss her dearly. But the reason why I share you that little story is because I know what you're going through. We miss our family members who are not with us. Yun ang isang problema ng isang OFW. Miss natin yung isa't isa. And is it possible? Is it possible that one day magkasama-sama tayo ulit? And we're going to talk about that later. But here's the thing. Our problem is this. The biggest problem of OFW families is family expectation. Yes or no? Tama ba ako? Yung expectation ng pamilya na, nasa abroad ka. Diba? Pag nasa abroad ka, syempre naman, paano ba? Diba? Yung ganun lang ba? Ikaw lang ang medyo masarap ang buhay. So there's this expectation, and sometimes it is huge. It is really, really huge. Ito, narinig ko sa isang OFW, Brother Bo, ang tingin sa akin ng pamilya ko, isa akong ATM. Bakit ganun? Basta pag may problema, may pangangailangan sila, lapit sila sa akin kaagad. My dear friends, that is reality. In fact, there's another statement I heard from someone else, isa pang OFW, ang tingin sa akin ng magulang ko, isa akong investment, naghanap ng ROI. And so, this is the feeling. And yung OFW na nagsabi sa akin ito, sinabi niya, Brother Bo, mahal ko naman yung nanay ko, mahal ko naman yung tatay ko. And in fact, every month, pinapadalang ko sila ng baon nila, allowance nila. Kaya lang, hingi pa rin sila ng hingi. I do not have any savings. Am I talking to somebody here who you know what I'm talking about? This is your experience. Alam nyo, yung pagtulong sa family, yung pagtulong sa mga magulang, kailangan naman natin gawin yun, di ba? We really need to. No? I'm not saying, wag nyo na tulungan yung mga magulang, wag nyo. No, of course not. We need to. But we need to do it in a wise way. In fact, the Bible says we're supposed to help our families. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, nakalagay, anyone who does not provide for their relatives and especially for their own household has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Di ba? So, alam naman natin yan. My dear friends, kaya lang, ang tanong ko ito, what's the wise way, the right way of helping our families? I want to give you another example. Itong kwento na to, hindi OFW, hindi overseas Filipino worker. Ito ay over the bakod lang na Filipino worker. I'm talking about our house managers at home. Si Gina at si Weng. Many years ago, they from Romblon and from Dumaguete. Both of them, they came to Manila. They asked, pwede ba magtrabaho? And so we hired them. They've been very good. They're part of our family all these years. Pero something happened, one of the things I realized, this was about 12 years ago, si Weng at si Gina, I would try my best to teach them how to save money, and in teaching them how to save money, in teaching them how to find ways to be able to, sana one day, maging magaan ang buhay nila, but every month, like an OFW, the biggest part of their salary goes back home to the province. And I was able to teach them how to invest in the stock market. I'll talk about that at the end of the seminar, how they did it. But I want you to know that they were so successful in investing and at the same time still helping their families. So hindi nila pinabayaan yung pamilya nila. Tulong pa rin sila ng tulong, but they did it in the right way so that they were able to invest and they were able to grow their money, and now these two women who are still working with me, they're still at home, they already have millions. I'm not joking. They have millions. But very important, they were still able to help their family. Hanggang ngayon, tumutulong pa rin sila. Kaya lang, kailangan may konting wisdom to be able to do that. So what I'm going to share with you now are the two simple reasons to create wealth. Alam niyo na to? Very simple. Number one, because you don't want to become a burden to your children. My dear friends, if right now, sinasabi nila sandwich generation daw tayo. Anong sandwich generation? You take care of your parents, you take care of your children. Nasa gitna ka. And what you want to do, kasi ganito you help your parents. Gamot, pagkain, bahay, lahat ng mga pangangailangan nila, na ospital, ikaw pa rin yan, di ba? But you're also taking care of your children. You're also taking care of their education. Tapos may mga pamangkin pa, nephews, nieces, wave at me if I'm talking, if I'm talking about your experience. My dear friends, you need to do something. You need to break the cycle of poverty in your generation. You've got to make a decision and say, hanggang dito na lang to. I want my children, paglaki nila, pag matanda na ako, I can tell them, do not support me. Mayaman si mommy. Mayaman si daddy. To be able to say that, I always share this to people. Ito true story to. True story. There was this mom, medyo elderly na, masakitin na, living with her daughter. Pero minsan, she lives with her son. So, nagsisiso sa nana, ay sa anak na babae o kaya sa anak na lalaki. She was with her daughter one time. And typical family. The mother has no money. Naubos na. So she depends on her son or her daughter for food, for medicines, everything. So one day she was in the house of her daughter, and she was walking through the corridor of the house when she overhears her daughter on the phone. And she overhears her daughter talking to her brother. Nag-uusap yung magkapatid. Ito yung sabi ng daughter niya, Kuya, ikaw naman kay mami, magastos. Naku, ang hirap. Ang mahal-mahal ng gamot. Kuya, ikaw naman, sa'yo naman tumira si mami. Alam mo si mami, overhearing it lang, naku, umiyak na siya. She realized pabigat siya. She is a burden to her children. Every single one of you, you do not want that kind of life. Amen? You do not want. What kind of life do you want? Ito, I'll give you another story of another family, of another mother. Itong ginagawa niya every year. Every year, she will call up all her children and say, oh, yung mga apo ko, handa nyo na this summer. Boracay tayo. Ako taya. Yeah, that's the kind of life you want. You want someone, you grow older, but you have enough means to be a blessing to your children. That's what you want. So, number one, you want to break the cycle in your generation. And very, very important. Number two, so you can help more people for the rest of your life. And I want you to know that I have a ministry. We have a ministry. It's called Anawim, a ministry for the abandoned elderly. It's almost 30 years now. And what we do is we pick up old people from the streets. Mga lolo, mga lola. We bring them and we house them, we care for them, we feed them, we love them. Alam nyo, one of the things that I want to share with you is how difficult it is sometimes for these old people to live with us. Even if Anawim is such a beautiful place, and by the way, sa susunod na bakasyon nyo sa Pilipinas, please visit Anawim. Anawim is a Hebrew word which means the poor of the Lord, and it's really a lovely place, but it's still painful. Biruin mo, you're not living with your family. You're abandoned by your family. And these people are actually working. They were earning money. They were earning good money for many years. They were principals. Some of them were teachers. Some of them were... Alam mo, we had one who was a dentist. We had one who was a assistant film director. Would you believe? Pero they were not saving. They were not investing. At a certain point, ayan, they had to live on the streets. It's a very sad life. My dear friends, Gina and Weng, they would visit Anawim, and it's funny because may mga lola at lolo doon na, maganda yung buhay, pero malungkot na rin because their family was not there. And then Gina and Weng, I was telling them, this will not be your life. You will not be an Anawim resident. You will be an Anawim donor until you grow older kasi you have millions. My dear friends, that's the kind of life you want to live. Earn as much as you can so that you can give as much as you can. I-proclaim natin yan. Paki-declare mo sa sarili mo, I will earn as much so I can give as much. That is what we want. So, the 4 steps to deal with family expectations. Ito na. Okay? How? Brother Bo, gusto kong tumulong sa pamilya, kaya lang, inaabuso na ba ako? Are there limits to what I'm doing? How can I save, invest, while helping? Ito na. Number 1. 4 steps, how to deal with a difficult family expectation. Step 1 is this. You've got to set up a family emergency fund. I'm sorry, a family giving fund. Nauna ako. Set a family giving fund. Ibig sabihin, i-budget mo. And I know all of you are doing this already. Na as part of your income, a part of your salary, eto, every month, I will give this to my family. Hindi lang yun. That's not enough. You need to have another fund that you set aside because there will always be emergencies. Diba? So aside from your monthly amount na sineset aside nyo for your family, you will need to set aside another amount every month because magkakaroon yan ng mga emergencies. May magkakasakit. Yung air condition sa kwarto ni Mami nasira. Kailangan ng 6,000 pesos para i-repair. All sorts of emergencies. Tapos tatakbo sa'yo. So would you have the money to be able to give during those emergencies? Pero ito yung number 3. Kailangan meron kang set aside every month a personal investment fund for your own retirement. My dear friends, this is so crucial. You need this, or else you will be part of the statistics na binanggit ni Grace kanina. 8 out of 10 OFWs go home, arrive home with no savings. Gusto nyo ba yun? Part kayo ng 8 out of 10? Hindi. You want right now Make a decision. Oh, by the way, may kausap ako, isang OFW. Sa feast, pagkatapos ng feast, I'm usually there at the lobby, no? Picture, autograph, hi, hello. May dumating na OFW, sinabi niya, Brother Boy, I was following you and all of that. He's a, you know, I was so happy, you know, I was meeting him, chat. Tapos tinanong ko lang, brother, you know, kasi sinabi niya, OFW. I don't know kung Dubai ba siya or Saudi, I forgot to ask. Tapos sinabi niya, Brother Bo, ay ako nagtanong, bro, may investments ka ba? Sagot niya sa akin, ay, Brother Bo, siya ang investment ko. May tinuro siya, yung kapatid niya, pinaaral niya. Mabait, di ba? Mabait. I told him, tama yan. Tinutulungan mo mag-aral yung kapatid mo, pero hindi yan ang investment mo. Kasi kung investment niyan, hihingi ka ng ROI sa kapatid mo. No. Paaralin mo yung kapatid mo, pero you need to set aside your own investment. And that's why you're attending TRC. This is what I teach. It's the abundance formula. The abundance formula is 110, 20, 70. What do those numbers mean? 100 means you earn as much as you can. Be the best in your job. Be the best in your job. Give your best. Love your work. Serve your boss. Serve your customers. Be the best. When you become the best, you increase your skills, your talents. Gagaling ka. Pag gumaling ka, you'll have more opportunities to have a greater income. In what way? It's either you get promoted, or your skills will give you the ability to have a side business, or other people outside your company will recognize your skills and then will promote you. Number 2, 10% give to the Lord. Be generous to God. 20% you start investing. My dear friends, this is very important. Ilagay mo sa comments, I will invest 20% of my income. Make it a declaration. Make it a statement of faith. I will invest 20% of my income. Brother Bo, parang ang laki. 20%? Kaya ko ba yan? I-goal mo. Kung hindi mo kaya yung 20%, edi 10% muna. Kung hindi pa rin kaya yung 10%, edi 5% muna. Pero yung goal mo, sana 20% of your income, you start investing for your future. For your future. So you will not be part of that statistics na 8 out of 10 OFWs come home to the Philippines without savings. Ayaw mo yan. Ayaw mo yan. Brother Bro, ano yung 70%? Live on 70%. Sa 70% na yan, nagbigay ka na sa pamilya, meron ka ng emergency fund, you know, and you're able to live on that. You're able to set aside 20% of your income every month. So, this is maybe the most important step. Number 4, you've got to set aside, you've got to put boundaries in your giving. Importante yan. You've got to make a decision and say, hanggang dito lang ang pagtulong ko. Now, you might say, Brother Bo, parang hindi mag-work sa family ko yan. Kasi alam nila malaki sweldo ko. Alam nila malaki kita ko. Kaya hingi sila ng hingi. Pati yung field trip ng pamangkin ko na 2,000 pesos kasi mag-field trip daw sila. Sa akin pa rin hinihingi. Yun ang problema. Kung bigay ka ng bigay, if you will keep on giving, you are teaching your family, tuloy lang, hingi ka lang sa akin. Kasi pag meron akong bubunot, ibibigay ko. No, you need to have limits. You have to make a decision. Dapat may limits ka. You cannot give what you do not have. I repeat, my dear friends, how can you give what you do not have? That's impossible. Di ba? Kaya yung ibang OFW na kilala ko, humihiram para magbigay. Do not do that. I'll tell you why. You are the goose that lays the golden egg. Ang ginagawa mo, you are killing the goose. Pag ikaw mag-burn out, paano na yung buong pamilya mo? You need to take care of yourself. So, do you want to give more? Then earn more, not borrow more. Very, very important. I will show you my next slide. Etong slide na ipapakita ko, please, kung gusto nyo isulat nyo, ipicturean nyo, gawin yung wallpaper sa computer, sa phone, gawin yung poster para sa kwarto. Are you ready? You teach people how to treat you. You teach them how to treat you. Kung bigay ka ng bigay, tinuruan mo na yung pinaka, maski anong mga pangangailangan, they run to you. You have to tell them, hanggang dito lang ang bigay ko. I have other needs. Sabi mo, you tell them, hanggang dito lang, may limits tayo. So, if that person is breaking your boundaries, you taught that person that it was okay to do so. So be forewarned. You have to teach them hanggang dito lang. Again, let me share with you a very personal story. When I was growing up, I was a small boy. My mother, a very generous woman, sobrang bait ng nanay ko. I remember, as a small boy, pagpasok ko sa bahay from school, I saw this woman and her little daughter there in front of my mom. Tapos si mommy, tinutulungan sila, binibigyan ng pera. And then every so often, once a month, twice a month minsan, I would see that mother and daughter in front of my mom, tapos inaabutan ng pera yung sila, ng nanay ko. I would see them. Tapos, as the months and the years went by, lumalaki na yung bata. Ay, oo, after a while, teenager na, pumupunta pa rin sa nanay ko. Tapos, yung mga kapatid ko, pinapagalitan na si mami. I'm the youngest in the family, tapos mga ate ko. They were like scolding my mom. At sinasabihan na siya, Mami, parang inaabuso ka na nila. Yung mag-inang yun. Kasi all this time, you have been helping them. They've never been able to stand on their 2 feet. Ikaw pa rin ang pinupuntahan. Yung nanay ko talagang, yung pusong mamon, kasi nagkwento sila na ganito, na ganyan, kawawa naman sila, tinulungan ko. And then, my sisters told my mom, Mommy, how many years have you been helping them? Alam nyo, ito yung sad story nito. Before my mom passed away, yung nanay na yon, mag-ina yon, di ba? Yung nanay, namatay na. Yung batang babae na naging teenager, naging 20s, naging 30 years old, meron na siyang son. Mag-ina ulit. Generational poverty. Who caused it? I'm sorry to say this, partly my mother. I want you to know that there is a giving that is wrong. Yung mom's unwise giving trained them to become parasites. So, yung poverty, generational. They were never able to stand up on their own 2 feet. Alam nyo, my mother was kind, but lacked wisdom on how to give in the right way. And I know this is a very, very difficult thing to say. Difficult thing to say. But let me say it again anyway. Long-term dole-outs rob people of their dignity and passion. Pagtulong ka ng tulong, non-stop, they will depend on you and they will not be able to stand up on their 2 feet. Friends, ang tingin nila sa iyo, ikaw na ang magbibigay sa lahat sa kanila. When you give in the wrong way, you are like a thief. You're stealing their growth. I hope you're listening. I hope you're waking up. And I hope you're realizing you think you're loving your family. That's why you're helping and helping and helping and helping. Maski lahat ng needs, tulong ka pa rin ng tulong. Teka muna. Tapos ikaw wala. You're not able to save. You're not able to invest. Mali yun. You need to say, hanggang dito lang ang tulong ko. I need to be able to stand up on my 2 feet. And ikaw rin. There is a giving that harms more than it helps. You don't want that. Giving to a parasite makes you feel good. But there's a difference between feeling good and doing good. And this is a message that you need to absorb. Feeling good, doing good. Ano ba talaga gusto mong gawin? So there are times you will say no. And when you say no, masakit yan. You will not feel good when you say no. But you know what? It may actually be doing good to some people because you're helping them to stand up on their own. In biology, parasites can exist without a host. Cannot exist without a host. And so, the parasite is an otherwise healthy human being that simply wants you to be responsible for his life. Minsan, they will quote a verse from the Bible pa para makonsyensya ka na magbigay. Sasabihin nila, uy, the Bible says, carry each other's burden. Galatians 6 verse 2. Kaya tulungan mo ako, ate. Tulungan mo ako, kuya. Ang gawin mo, mag-quote ka rin ng verse. Sabihin mo, 3 verses after Galatians 5 verse 2 nakalagay, each one should carry his own load. and tell them, this is what the Bible teaches. You've got to be responsible. Take responsibility for your children, for your family. Sometimes, the best way to help, alam mo, the best way to love someone is not to help. Aray! Talaga, Brother Bo, pangit pakinggan, Brother Bo, pangit. Alam nyo? Yes. Let me end with a story. Konti na lang. After that, I'll explain about the Truly Rich Club, ha? Pero merong isang girl that I interviewed. In-interview ko siya. Jessica Cox. Hanapin mo yan sa YouTube. Wag ngayon. Pagkatapos ng seminar. She was born without arms. Pero alam mo, grabe siya. Piloto. Tanong lang, pilot ba kayo? Ako hindi. Pero siya, without arms, she can fly a plane. Hindi lang yon. She can drive a car, she can cook, she can swim. Grabe tong babaeng ito. Sobrang galing. Tinanong siya. In fact, I asked her during the interview, Jessica, how in the world did you have that courage, that confidence, na you were born without arms, but here you are, flying a plane with your legs. Ay, o nga pala, si Jessica nagpa-piano. Ang galing mag-piano using her toes. Toes! Okay, tinanong ko siya, Jessica, how? What happened? Ang ganda ng sagot niya. Sinabi niya, when I was growing up as a little girl without arms, my mom and my dad knew that they had to let me go and do things on my own. To pick up my toothbrush with my toes and put it in my mouth. They left me allowed me to be the one to open the door with my foot. And I would cry in front of them. You don't love me. Why don't you help me? And my mom and my dad will say, we love you, Jessica. That's why we're allowing you to do things on your own, to be independent. Ang ganda ng message niya. Di ba? Ang tapang ng nanay at tatay niya. We love you, Jessica. That's why we want you to do things on your own. Kaya ngayon, nakakalipad ng eroplano. And many of our relatives, they're not able to fly. They're not able to fly in their life because we have babied them. And yung sobra eh. And that's the story of the OFW family. My dear friends, make a decision now. Wake up and you take care of you now. My dear friends, ito mensahe ko sa inyo. Work on you. Work on your finances. Allow yourself to grow richer. Become richer so that you will have the means to be able to help many, many people. Hindi lang yung family mo, you'll be able to help so many other people. So can I make a commitment? Can I make a commitment right now? I want you to write down in the comment section, I am rich. Pakilagay nga, I am rich. Make a declaration. I am rich. Yes! Very good. Oh, sisingit ako ng isang salita. Pakitype, I am truly rich. I am truly rich. Hindi lang rich. Brother Bo, anong ibig sabihin ng rich at truly rich? What's the difference? Yung truly rich, you are not only rich with money, you are also rich in other areas of your life. Ayaw mo naman na marami ka lang pera, pero yung relationships mo naman hindi maganda. No, you want every area of your life to be good. Now, here's the thing. I want you to make a commitment. Make a commitment that you will become a multi-millionaire. Make a decision right now. Okay? So, wag na nating sabihin, I will be a multi-millionaire. Ilagay na natin sa present tense. Everybody say, I am a multi-millionaire. Mag-practice na tayo. Say that with me. I am a multi-millionaire. Declare it, believe it, make it happen. You're doing this not for yourself only. You're also doing this for your family. You're also doing this for everyone else you want to help. Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. So beautiful. So beautiful. I will close my talk by inviting you to the Truly Rich Club. I warned you kanina, this is not just a seminar. I want to have a long-term relationship with you. I want to guide you. I want to handhold you, in fact, in your investment journey. So there are 3 memberships in the Truly Rich Club. Yung Truly Rich Club, we've been doing this for 16 years. And ito yung memberships niya, Gold, Diamond, and Platinum. 16 years na po yung Truly Rich Club. We've been able to help thousands upon thousands of people in their financial journey towards financial freedom. So, anong pagkakaiba, Brother Bo, ng Gold, Diamond, Platinum? Yung Gold, we teach people how to invest in individual stocks. Yung Diamond naman, we help people start their small businesses. And then yung Platinum, we help people who already have an established business and we help them upgrade their business. So, what are you going to get if you become a gold member? Unahin na lang muna natin yung gold kasi yung madali naman mag-upgrade. So I'm gonna invite you.
Started last 2022 and still counting. So yan po, yan ang pag-i-upgrade ko yung aking DRC. So yan po yung nasa laman ng dashboard na pwedeng panood. Yan yung sum.